Alright, so we're starting with set number 3, which is basically a table filling kind of or missing data in a table kind of a set. This is not really difficult, but this is a bit lengthy because there were a lot of calculations required for you to get the final answer. But let's go ahead and take a look at what happened in this. So I hope you've gone through the set and the information given here. So basically it's a question where there were 10 flights, out of which one flight gets cancelled. Total number of people were 600, and we have a table which says how the movement of the people in the flights happened. So that's the basic set all about. So if you look at it, this table, the way to understand this table is, if you look at the vertical column and the sum of it, whatever the value you get here is the number of people who were originally there in F1. And the way to look at this is 7 people were shifted from F1 to F1, which means they did not move. 8 people were shifted from F1 to F3. 23 people moved from F1 to F5. So that's the way to read. Which also means that if I look at the horizontal row, this value over here gives me the total number of people in F5 after the shuffle has happened. After the reshuffle has happened. So that's the way to understand the table. Now also the missing data, you can see that there are some blanks here, here, here and so on. These blanks can either be filled with 0, 1 or 2 as per the question, right? So this is the piece, this is the information given to us, and we have some more pieces of information given to us, and these are 1, 2, 3, and then there's a fourth in the next slide. So let's go ahead and note this down. The number of passengers in F2 increased by 35 after the flight change happened. So F2, before and after, the change is 35. So F2, if I call this as X, then this should be X plus 35. That's the first point. The second point says, the number of passengers in flights F1 and F9 were the same before the change. So F1 and F9 were same before the change. So F1 is A, so F9 should also be A. Now then third point says, before the change, there were 10 more passengers in F4 than F7. So F7, if I take it as B, then F4 should be B plus 10. And then it continues, and after the reshuffle, the number of passengers in F4 was 2 more than F1. So F1 afterwards, if I take it as A, B is done. So if I take it as C, then F4 was C plus 2. It was 2 more, right? I'm just checking. F4 was 2 more than F1, correct. Which was same as F5, which means F1 and F5 were same. Let me read the statement once again. Number of passengers in F4 was 2 more than that in F1, which was same as that in F5. So F1 and F5 were same. So let me write F1 and F5. So this is also SC. Now the fourth point says, before the change, F3 had 4 fewer passengers than F5. So F5, if I take it as, or F3, if I take it as A, B, C is done, if I take it as Y, then F5 should be Y plus 4. So F3 is 4 fewer, which means F5 is 4 more. And the same number of passengers as F6. So F3 had the same number of passengers as F6. So this is also Y. Whose passengers count did not change during the process. So F6 is the same before and after. So this is the entire information captured. Now where do we start from? You will start from the column which is fully filled. That is column number F4. So if you start with the F4 column, and you'll notice that you can actually add the column to get your value. So if you start adding, you will get 16 plus 8, 24, 34, 44, 46, 56, 66, 72, 82. So this total will add up to 82. So B plus 10 is 82, which means your B should be 72. So B plus 10 is 82, so B should be 72. Where else is B? That's it. B is here only in these two places. Now, if you notice, how will I get 72? So let me add the column B and see what is the total. So 9 plus 11 is 20, 30, 32, 30, 34, 38, 48, 58, 68. So if you notice, B as of now is 68, but I need total of 72. The only way in which I can get that is when both of these are 2s. Because I can go maximum up to 2. I can't go beyond 2 in any cell. So 68 is what I have. I need to go to 72. Only way is 2 and 2. Now that is taken care of. Then let's take a look at, we have this horizontal row fully filled. So let's add that up. So if you look at F4 when you start adding up, 2 plus 3, 5, 20, 29, 31, 34, 44, 46, 56, 58, 64, 74, 76. So this will add up to 76. So if F4 is 76, that is C plus 2 is 76, then C should be 74 and this should also be 74. Then where else is there C anywhere else? Nowhere. Okay, let's keep it aside. Let's take a look at any other horizontal row. Probably it won't add up. Yeah, I can look at C F5. F5 there's only one unknown, this unknown. I'll try to find that out. It's not 0, by the way. I'll try to find what it is. So 23 plus 15, you're calculating for F5. So 23 plus 15 is 20, 30, 38, 48, 58, 60, 65, 65, 70, 74. Already it's adding up to 74. So this has to be 0. Okay. Then, so this way you need to start filling the table, and let's start looking at what else do we need. We have, where else do we have? Okay, let's look at this value and y plus 4 over here, these two. So F3 and F5. So F3, if I start adding, so 9 plus 6 is 15, plus 15 plus 15 is 30, 40, 42, 43, 46. So this is adding up to 46. Whereas F5, if I add 10, 20, 29, 32, 33, 34, 34 plus 5. 34 plus 5 is 39, 40, 47. So this is 47. Let's take a look at both the A's, this A and this A, and let's see what happens. So 7 plus 8 is 15, 15 plus 2 is 17, 17 plus 23, so 20, 30, 40, 43, 43 plus 4 is 47, plus 2 is 49. And here F9, if you add 10, 20, 28, 29, 34, 39, 39, 42, 51, there's 51. This will be a total of how much? F6 also I'm adding, because if you notice F3, F5 and F6 are all related. Y plus 4 and Y. So let me add F6. F6 will be 16 plus 2 is 18, 18 plus 3, 21, 21 plus 2, 23, 23 plus 4, 27, 30, 40. So this is 40. Okay, now this is interesting. If you notice, this column is 40, this column is 46, but they should ultimately be equal. They should both be equal. Already F3 is 6 more than F6. F3 is 6 more than F6. And I have 3 gaps. Maximum I can put in the 3 gaps is 2 each. So the logical way to conclude that, or logically we can conclude that, is these 3 should be 2 each. And this total should add up to 46. So it cannot go beyond 46. The F6 total cannot go beyond 46, which means my F3 should remain 46, and that makes these 3 as zeros. It makes these 3 as zeros. So my Y I can get as 46. If my Y is 46, then this should be 50. So let me erase my Y's. Wherever there is a Y, I'll just erase. We have taken care of it. So Y is done, 40. And we have this 46, 47. So we have 50 over here. So Y plus 4 is 50. So we have taken care of all of these, and B plus 10 is also taken care of. B is also taken care of. Then where else we have? A, we still don't know anything about A. C should be a total, okay, F1 should be adding up to 74, right? So let's see. Okay, let's do the total of row number F1. So if I start looking at the total here, 7 plus 9. 7 plus 9 is 16. 16 plus 16 is 32, 42, 46. 46, 46 plus 2, 48, 49, 50, 57, 67, 68, 69, 70, 74. Already it is adding up to 74. Therefore, this has to be 0. This has to be 0. Because it's already adding up to 74. There's no more space for writing anything else. So my C is 74. So C is also, I can just erase it. Which means C plus 2 should be 76. That is also taken care of. So I can erase my C's completely. This is done. So the only variables that are left for me are X, Y. In fact, Y somewhere we got. No. F6 and F5 were same. Yes, we had it somewhere. What was it mentioned? Before the change, F3 had 4 few passengers than F5 and the same number of passengers as F6. So F6 whose passenger did not change. So F6 is same before and after. So this should also be F6 before is 46. F6 after should also be 46. So this is taken care of. So this is taken care of. So this entire row we are getting. So we'll get one more row here. F3 we can just add up. 8 plus 7. If you're adding up, 8 plus 7 is 15. 20, 35, 41, 51, 52, 53, 54, 64, 74, 84. 84 plus 3 is 87. So you're getting this total as 87. We can get this row also. So if you notice, we slowly start filling up the entire table. So you can get F8. F8 will be F8 will be 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 5, 16, 16 plus 4, 20, 26, 36, 36 plus 7 is 43. So this total will be adding up to 43. And then we have the last column here. We can add that up also. F10 also, let me add this up, F10. If you're adding up F10, the total should be 6 plus 12, 18. So 18 plus 13. 18 plus 13, 28, 29, 30, 31, 41, 43, 47, 57, 67, 77, 87. 87 plus 4 is 94. So this total of F10 is 94. Then let us look at the total of this column and this column. Let us see what happens. Now F2, if I am totaling, I'll be getting 7 plus 3, 10, 10 plus 3, 13 plus 5, 15 plus 10, 25, 10, 13, 18, 28, 29, 30, 33, 37. So already this is 37. What about x plus 35? If I add this over here, so I'll be getting 3 plus 6, 3 plus 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 plus 8, 17, 27, 33, 34, 35, 45, 46, 47, 56, 66, 68. You're getting 68. So now this 37 is x. 37 plus something is your x. And what is this? X plus 35 is what we got till now is 68 plus something else, because horizontally we still have certain things missing. Now what is the difference between 68 and 37, or the other way around? 68 and if I add, okay, 37 plus 35, if I add 12, 3, 6, 72. Let's look at it. So this is an interesting concept or idea. So 37 plus something will give you x, right? And we have x plus 35 next, which means this value, whatever we get here, should be 37 plus something plus 35. So this should be how much? This should be 72 plus something, correct? So it should be 72 plus something, which should be your F2 after. F2 should be after. Now the problem is F2 already we have 68 and there are only two gaps. There are only two gaps. So 68 should become 72 plus something. How can it become? There's only one way. Your 68 can add up to 72 plus something when these two values are 2 each. When these two values are 2 each and the total is adding up to 72 exactly. It's adding up to 72 exactly. Okay. Then which also means that my F2, which is 37, it should be exactly, everything else should be zeros. Because if I increase 37, I'm crossing 72. I can't cross 72 horizontally because my maximum horizontal is 68 plus 4, 72. So my horizontal maximum is 72, which means my vertical 37 cannot exceed, because 37 plus 35 is exactly giving me 72. If I take 37 plus something else, if these are not zeros, then I'm crossing 72 and the horizontal and vertical will not match. So you will get a very nice way to get these values as zeros. So this 37 of x is taken care of and the horizontal part is also taken care of. So horizontally we have almost everything. I think one or two are only pending. Let's go ahead and quickly finish them off. So vertically F2 will be, we can calculate F2 vertically. How much will that be? 10, 20, 28, 28 plus 9, 28, 29, 30, 37. So this should be a total of 37. Then we have F9 and okay, so we have F1 and F9. I believe F9 was A, which is the same. I think I'll just go back. I think I erased something. Yeah. Then before the change, there were 10 more passengers in F4 than in F7, and after the reshuffle, the number of passengers in F4 was 2 more than in F1, which was the same as that in F5. Yeah, here. The number of passengers in flight F1 and F9 were same before the change. F1 and F9 were same before the change. So let's take a look at F1 and F9. So this and this should be total. So let me look at F1 total. F1 total will be 7 plus 2, which is 9. 9 plus 10, 9, 29, 29 plus 20, 49, 52, 55, 59, 61. So this is 61 as of now. Is it 61? Something is wrong. I didn't calculate correctly. 7 plus 2 is 10 plus 7, 17, 19, 20, 29, 39, 40, 41, 42, 45, 49, 50, 51, 51, not 61, 51. So we have F1 and F9 both at 51. We'll probably have to figure out how much will that be. Okay, but now we have F6. F6 horizontal row we got. Let's add them up. F6 should be 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 11, 16, 16 plus 10, 26, 36, 42, 43, 44. So this has to become 2 for you. And if this is 2, you can see that this is already 53 now. 53 and yes. Now 53. Now if you notice, this is 53 and this is 51. Now 51 and 53, this should ultimately end up becoming equal. The only way in which that can happen is you put this also as 2 and stop at 53, and this will become 0 and this will also become 53. Because if you cross 53 in your F9, then F1 cannot catch up to the total of F9. So you will get a 0. Now the only number which is missing is F8. We have F8 and we also, okay, we can use F5 and get the value here. We can get this value. How much would that be? If you add 14 plus 2 is 16, 16 plus 6, 22, 22 plus 9, 31, 34, 36, 41, 49. So this will have to be 1. Okay, so this is also done. Now the only value left out is this. Now, how do you do that? Because this horizontal and this horizontal over here, horizontal and vertical, we can't get the answer. But there is a neat way to get the answer. That is, we have to use the total number of people as 600. So either you take total vertical addition, columns addition, or the total rows addition. The sum should be adding up to 600. So let's take a look at what is the value right now. Let's say this variable here, I will call it as, so I'll just erase all of this which is unnecessary. Now let us take this variable as k. So now this total should add up to how much? So 7 plus 6, 13, 14, 27, 37, 40, 58 plus k. Now if I just erase the other parts, so I'll make some space over here. Just making some space. All right. So then what do we get? We have to add all of these vertically or all of them horizontally and add it up to 600, because the remaining will become you'll be getting it as k. So if you add vertically, you'll be getting the k value. How much would that be if you start adding 74 plus 72? So okay, in fact, it's easier to add, I think, horizontally. So 50 plus 30 is 80 plus 10, 90, 90 plus 40, 130, 130 plus 80, 210, 210 plus 50, 260, 260 plus 40, 300, 300 plus 70, 370, 370 plus 50, 420, 420 plus 90, 420 plus 90, 510, 510 plus 6 and 2, 518. I think I messed it up. Let me write down 53, 37, 46, 82, 50, 46, 72. Oh yeah, I missed writing the vertical column. So 53 and 94. So if you add this, there should be 10, 16, 18, 20, 26, 27, 2, 9, 10, 11, 16, 24, 28, 29, 33, 33, 41, 45, 48, 49, 50, 53. So 537. Now vertically, if you add this will be a total of 36, 46, 52, 62, 63, 64. So another 64. So this should be 64, is it? I'm getting more than 600. Let me add the totals up. So 12 plus 12 plus 12. I think 753, 37, 46, 82, 50, 46, 72, 53 and 94. So let me add this up correctly. 10, 16, 18, 18, 20, 26, 29, 29 plus 4, 33. Okay, 33. So 9, 10, okay, is it 33? Yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 24, 28, 29, 33, 41, 45, 50, 53. So this is 5, okay, so 64. This is 597. Vertically did I add correctly? Let me add the vertical also. So 12 plus 12 plus 12, 36, 36 plus 16. 36 plus 16, 46 plus 6, 52, 52 plus 3, 55, 56, 66. Oh, this is 66. So this is 599. Okay. So total is 599. So which means my K should become 1. A lot of calculation. That's what the set is all about, calculation. So this is 1. So this will be a total of 67. So here you are going to get all the values. So this will be 58 plus 1, 59. So let me also write this down. This will become 59. So once this is done, then the remaining questions can be answered easily. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first question. After this change, which of the following is the correct number of passengers in flight F7? So you just need to look at the total of F7. You can see F7 total is 59. So that is option D. If you look at the second question, in which of the following pairs of flights is the sum of the passengers count same before and after the reshuffle? So let's quickly take a look at it. F5 and F8. So F5 is 74 and F5 afterwards is 50. Clearly this is not correct. What about B? F7 and F9. F7 is 59 and F7 afterwards is 72. Not correct. What about C? F5 and F7. F5 is 74. We already checked that, I believe, is 50. F8 and F9. So F8 was 43. F8 was 67. Okay, so none of them. How is it none of them? Did I understand the question correctly? Which of the following pairs of flights is the sum of the passengers? We need to add them. Okay, fine. We need to add F5 and F8, the total, and then take it up. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. F5 and F8. So 74. So this will be 74 plus 43. So 70 plus 40 is 110, 117. Afterwards, it will be F5 and F8 again. F5 and F8. 50 plus 67 is 50 plus 60 is 117. So there itself you'll get the answer, option A. So thankfully you don't have to check for the other options. Okay, I read it wrong initially. So that's fine. So next question, for how many flights did no passengers stay back in that flight when the reshuffle took place? So no passenger should stay back in that flight. So if you look at F1, 7 passengers stayed back. So diagonally we need to look at how many zeros are there. 0 means nobody is staying back. So you can see 1 0. That's it, only 1 0. Which means F3 to F3 nobody stayed back. Every other flight somebody or the other stayed back. So correct answer will be option B, 1. And then we have, in how many flights from F1 to F10 was there an increase in their passenger count after the change? So let's quickly compare it. So we have F1 53 becoming 72. We want an increase passenger count before change and after change. So all of them positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 of the flights we have where there is an increase in their passenger count after the change. So we're looking at total of 5. Finally, we have two more questions, I guess. After the change, which flight had the largest change in its passenger count? Okay, so once again, we are looking at the difference. Largest change, the difference should be the highest. I think, okay, the F1 to F6 only, because obviously F10, everybody changed. So that would have been the obvious answer. But they are asking only from F1 to F6. Clearly, it's going to be F3, which is your option B. And then we have this question. If after the reshuffle of passengers, the passenger count in any flight other than F10 dropped to less than 45 passengers, then all the passengers who had left that flight will be required to return to that flight. So we are looking at after the shift, any flight, the total drops to less than 45, then they are reverting everything to for that flight, they are making people go back. This process will happen only once, which means as a result of this, if some other flight is again going below 45, they will not do anything. Only once they are doing it. Which of the following is the correct group of 5 flights with the highest total passenger count? So let's take a look at the question here. So we are talking about passenger count after the change becoming less than 45. So there is only one, F8. So F8, you will send back. So F8, what is happening? F8 is here. 12 people are going to F2. 12 people are going to F2. So you will pull them back. You'll get them back to F8. So whatever has happened from F8, people going away, you will get them back. And others who came to F8 will continue to be there. Others who came to F8 will continue to be there. But people who went away from F8 will again come back to F8. So this will become a 0. This will become a 0. This will become a 0. In fact, all of them, F8, nobody is going anywhere because that is the only, okay, was it F8? Oh, sorry, F2. Passenger count after change. Okay, I looked at F8. Yeah, F8. Yes, 43. That's correct. Yeah. So you're looking at 43 after the change. So we need to bring back everybody from F8. So if we start understanding this, nobody went from F8 to F1. So no problem. These 12 people will be brought back. So 12 people went from F8 to F12. They will be brought back. Similarly, this will become 0. This will become 0. 12, 12, 12 will be brought back. So horizontally, so this will become minus 12, minus 12, minus 12 because they are losing those people because they are going back to my F8. 0 will remain as it is. This will again become 0. So this will become minus 16. This will become minus 1. This will become 0. This will become 0. So this is minus 3. This will become 0. This is minus 11. So now my F1 total will remain as it is. F1 total will not change, 74. Now, what happens to my F2 total? F2 total will be 72 plus 12. So, minus 12, which is 60. Now, F3 total will be 87 minus 12, which is 75. Then my F4 total will be 76 minus 12, which is 64. F5 will remain as it is. It will remain 74. There is no change here. F6 will become 46 minus 16, which is 30. And here the process will not happen again because the flight number F6 is going below 45. But that process will not happen again because it is clearly mentioned it is happening only once. This will become 58. This will become 40. This will become 58. So this is what is the total number of people in each flights. And then if you're looking at F8, F8 will be, okay, so F8, okay, F8 is a small error. F8 to F8, that 3 will remain there. And what you're going to do in F8 is all these people. So this 12, 12, 12. So that's 36 plus 16. 36 plus 16 is 46, 52 plus 1, 60, 52 plus 1, 53 plus 11. 53 plus 11 is 63, 64. So you will add 64 more people in your F8. So F8 will have 43 people and another 64 people are coming in. So your F8 total will become, so your total will become 60 plus 40, 100, 107. Is that 107? Let me just confirm. 12, 12, 12, 36, 46, 52, 53, 63, 64. 64 plus 43 is 107. Correct. Now the question is, which of the following is the correct sequence of the passenger count in the 5 flights that have more passengers than other 4 flights? So we are basically, they're asking us what are the top 4 flights. What are the top 4 flights? F8 is the one which is highest, 107. The next highest would be 75, which is F3. So your answer should have F8 in it and F3 in it. So F8 and F3. So B is already ruled out. Fn and F3, other 3 options have both. Then let's go ahead. Third flight and fourth flight. What is the third highest? Third highest is F1 and F5. F1 and F5 should also be there. So A is gone and D is gone because F5 is not there. So you have the 4 flights: F1, F3, F4, F8 and F5. Top 5. You're looking at top 5. Okay, where is the 5th one? So 60, 75, 74. The next one. So we have 58, 60 coming in. F2. F4. So we have F4, F5, F1, F3 and F8. So all of these will be the top 5. And of course, the remaining 4 will be less than them. And if you add them, this will be the highest total. You don't need to add each one individually. Just pick the top 5. That is your answer. And so this set is actually a bit lengthy. It is not really difficult as far as logic is concerned, but yes, it is mostly about calculations. You do small errors in calculations. You have seen me doing that. In the exam, the pressure will add up. You will not get your answer, and therefore you will panic. So ideally, this kind of a question, you should be careful before you pick. They are enticing. They are easy. You feel that they are easy, but too many errors can happen in the calculation. So keep a note of that when you are solving such kind of questions.